One of the most common organization design questions I receive is, should an organization structure be flat or a pointy pyramid? The reality is that companies actually look like an hourglass. If you look closely at the management ranks of many Fortune 500 corporations, you'll see this unfortunate phenomenon: excessive layers of narrow span of control, particularly among mid-management directors and managers. The result is often bureaucratic build-up, bottleneck decision-making, and a general lack of innovation. Employees laboring at the customer-facing end of this organization structure are hammered by vertical decision-making and multi-matrix reporting relationships. Their career prospects are not attractive and their creativity is completely diminished. The view at the top is equally uninspiring and very crowded. Organizations like these need to look beyond simple headcount reductions to find more lasting and effective methods for getting in shape. So the way an organization visually looks like, for what it is worth, depends on two major factors: the number of vertical layers and the width, or as we call it, the span of control in each layer. Let us have a look at the span of control in this video. Span of control is basically the number of subordinates for each supervisor. One of the questions I also get often asked is, what is the ideal span? The common consultant in OD would answer between 3 and 7 subordinates per supervisor. Therefore, if I would follow this logic, I would say that the span of 7 staff per manager, would be approximately, for 2,700 staff, maximum in 4 layers, being 7 multiplied by 7 by 7 by 7 is 2,400, 7 per 4 layers. But a pointy pyramid, with the same logic, would mean 8 layers, 3 times multiplied by 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Basically, the number of layers in an organization of 2,400 staff is then 4 to 8 layers. The reality is that there is no such a thing as a mathematical or universal rule on how the layer and span of the organization should be. It all depends on multiple factors. Out of many studies and personal experience, I developed what I call the span of control estimator. It's a very simple approach actually to estimate the span of control based on the factors that I'd like to discuss in this video. Let me walk you through a few of these factors. 1. Uncertainty of work. Comes now some reality sense in this whole debate. In organizations where the number of tasks is limited and simple, we can easily accept 15 to even 25 staff reporting into a manager. Example are call centers or retail stores or even banks, like the district manager and his large retail banks. On the other hand, when you are in a research and development department, where tasks are complex, diversified, and you never know what's coming, it will be hard to have more than 3 to 4 direct reports, due to the complexity of control as well as the monitoring is required. 2. The nature of work. How similar is the work that the manager's direct reports perform? It is easier for a manager to oversee staff that has similar responsibilities rather than different ones. As the similarity of work decreases, the appropriate level of supervisory burden increases, negatively impacting appropriate span of control by decreasing the number of direct reports a supervisor can oversee effectively. 3. Communication at work. To what degree must the manager coordinate activities with members of the work group? Interdependent tasks require workers to communicate closely to coordinate their work. These tasks are more effectively performed in small enough work groups to encourage convenient and frequent interaction. It is easier for a manager to oversee a higher number of staff when minimal interdependence is required within that work group, than when excessive interdependence is required. As the coordination effort increases, the supervisory burden increases as well, decreasing the appropriate span of control. 4. Budget constraints. That is